100 foods to eat before you die. I've been traveling and eating all around the world, and here are the 100 foods you need to eat before you die. And these are in no particular order, so add them to your food bucket list. Number 58, Terminal 21 Food Court and Guitar Duck in Bangkok, Thailand. Dinner time. I was just walking around the other day and I went into Terminal 21. This place has a food court that has some amazingly affordable food. Go check it out. Every floor is themed after a city. So this food court is themed after the San Francisco Fisherman's Wharf. And what caught my attention when I walked in this food court is the prices. Look at this. Course with rice, 28 baht. Stir-fried bitter gourd, 25 baht. Porridge, 5 baht. Vermicelli clear noodles, 30 baht. It's cheaper than street food vendors, but they don't take cash here. So what you have to do is go to this kiosk and get yourself a prepaid card. This is my card, and the amount that you don't use, they'll refund you. So the average price of a dish is around 35 baht, which is about $1. There's roasted duck, there's stir-fried, there's noodles, there's desserts, there's soups, so much stuff. There's Vietnamese food, there's noodles, there's wontons. This papaya salad line is extremely long. Let's go get some papaya salad. I wanted the papaya salad and also the spicy grilled pork neck with herbs. Everything is sold out right now except for the papaya salad. This is definitely the most popular stall in this food court. I got 3 items, all for around $1 US each. This is the best deal in the world. And it's not like a little bit of food. This is a full-on plate with eggs, a bunch of rice, stewed pork legs, pickled vegetables, a good portion of papaya salad. I just paid at least $2.50, I think, from a street vendor. Also, a boat noodle soup. I got this for around 90 baht the other day. So about $3. And again, $1. Look at how tender the pork leg is. It's just falling apart. Egg, rice, preserved vegetables. Papaya salad looks amazing with dry shrimp inside. Tastes better than what I had from the street vendor. That extra savings definitely adds some flavor. Refreshingly crunchy, Thai level spicy pork leg. Again, look how tender this is. All that juice soaked into the rice. Grab the leg. This is delicious. The pork juice is a little sweet, super deep, rich flavors. Perfect with a hard-boiled egg. Add a little crunch from the preserved vegetables. They put a little bit of skin in here as well. Wow, this is probably one of my favorite dishes here in Thailand. I love pork legs, knuckles, everything, because they're just filled with not just meat, but also tendon, cartilage, all that delicious gelatinous-y stuff. Boat noodle. Soup flavor is very deep flavor. This soup, usually it's really rich. So I added some vinegar, added some chilies, and now perfect. Chase that with some papaya salad. $3. Has never tasted so good in my life. Ever. Let's go find more food. Stir-fried pork and basil and chilies over rice. My favorite dish here in Thailand. Ah, so good here. This dish always makes me happy. The pork is so saucy and delicious. The pork cooked with chilies and garlic and basils, infused all that amazing fragrance in each bite. Again, $1. Also, a roasted coconut. Oh wow, I think roasted coconut juice tastes better than fresh coconut juice. This is so good. One last dish I got, mainly because this place is about to close, not because I want to stop eating. Spicy spaghetti with clams. This was not $1. It was about $1.50. And this thing also smells so garlicky. Tons of clams, onions, chilies. The spaghetti is buttery, it's very peppery. In every bite, you definitely taste that wok hei. Lime is so sweet as well. This thing's got some heat. In Thailand, whenever you see the word spicy next to the menu item, they're not kidding. This is a place where if I lived in Bangkok, I come here every single day for every single day. The food's absolutely phenomenal. The price is incredible. It's basically street food without the heat. Like I always say, the food gods work in mysterious ways. We're staying at the hotel connected to this place, so I just came to this mall, walking around just to see what's here. Stumbled upon the food court, and the rest is delicious history. This is a 10 out of 10. High recommend. If you're ever in Bangkok, you gotta come here and try this out. There's still so much food I haven't tried. It's incredible. What a place. All right, I got a long food day in front of me tomorrow, so I'm gonna hit the gym, head to bed. See you guys on tomorrow's food adventure. Good morning, it's Mike Chen here in Bangkok, Thailand. Breakfast is gonna be pretty special. I'm in a restaurant called Ramruay Pochana, and they are famous for cooking up a dish called guitar duck. This thing, it looks pretty gnarly. They asked me how many was in my party, I said 1, and they kind of had to sort things around because this is the smallest table they have. My duck is here. It smells so good. So how they make this is really interesting. I've never seen a cooking process like this before. So this duck is first spread across this like clothing rack. It's shaped pretty much like a guitar, and the duck is spread thin across this rack. Then the duck is covered in marinade. Then it's set out to dry in the sun. After that, the duck is roasted. Then the duck skin is deep fried. So a lot of process went to make this duck. And some pieces are thick and meaty, and some pieces pretty much just the skin. And they serve it to you with a bunch of mantou. Wow. I've had many a duck in my day, from roasted duck to Peking duck, duck soup, duck noodles, everything in between. I never had anything like this before. This is truly super unique. So the piece I got is very thin, and there was some bones with my piece of duck as well. But because it was deep fried so well, I was able to just munch through those bones. The duck skin itself tastes like an oily, fatty snowflake. As soon as it touches your tongue, it just starts melting. It's definitely one of the lightest, crispiest duck I ever had. Even though this has been deep fried, there's really no greasiness to it. You still taste that delicious duck fat, but there's really nothing greasy at all about this. I mean, the duck is so incredibly light. 100% the lightest duck I've ever had. The thicker pieces with the meat is so juicy. Of course, with that delicate, ultra crispy skin on top, guitar duck indeed. This thing is like music to my taste buds. This is the neck right here. So this is all really tender meat and tons of crispy skin. I mean, it looks crispy, it looks light, but until you taste it, you don't realize there's nothing like you ever put in your mouth before. I mean, this is like the perfect combination of roast duck slash Peking duck slash pure happiness. The sauce they're using a little sweet, and honestly, doesn't even really need the sauce. They're so smoky delicious on its own. These are my favorite pieces. A little bit of bone and tons of fat right below that crispy skin. And this place definitely lives up to the hype. 100% recommend. Also, put the piece on a fluffy bun, make a little duck sandwich out of it. This is a really good compliment to this duck. All the fat from the duck gets soaked up by the bun. And it makes sense that duck this light should be eaten with some clouds. Now this meal, I'm gonna go from the extreme crispy and light to the ultimate tender and saucy. This is what I like to call my type of bacon and eggs breakfast. This is kamu, or braised pork leg over rice. And a lot of people eat this dish for breakfast. When I got to this stall, they're almost sold out of it, but look at this beautifully tender pork leg. I can smell the umami-filled sauce from here. Lean pieces, of course, the skin and fat as well. And look at how tender this is. This meat just breaks apart with very, very, very minimum effort. And they load up the sauce onto the rice. So every single grain is gonna be delicious. You can also get an egg with it and pickled vegetables. They give you a bowl of chilies and garlic to eat this with, just raw like that, and Thai dipping sauce. I just want to try a piece on its own, but every time I stab it, pieces of it just kind of falls apart and won't even stay on the fork. That's how tender it is. You really barely need to chew that. Mix some chili sauce in here. That meat, as soon as you touch your tongue to the roof of your mouth, broke apart like they were never even connected in the first place. The sauce is a little sweet, very porky, a ton of umami flavor in this. Dried chilies. For some extra heat. I personally love eating pork with raw garlic. When I was little, when my parents used to cook something really fatty like pork belly, my whole family would just eat it with some raw garlic or raw scallions. Raw garlic, pop it in your mouth, take a bite of pork. The garlic completely cuts through all that fattiness and just makes the porky flavor even better. I love this. Look at this. This is all skin and fat. This is gonna be a good bite. That's definitely the best bite of this dish. I love how once you start chewing the fat, it just melts around the rice, adding that delicious, velvety, fatty flavor to this dish. Bring some eggs into the equation. If you love pork, this is a must-try dish here in Bangkok. All for about $2. Again, this is so different than the crispy light duck I just had. This is just so incredibly rich and satisfying, especially with the raw garlic and the chilies. And I love how they use the pork leg. Stewed pork leg is one of the best food items there is. They're so meaty and fatty and incredibly gelatinous-y. And if you marinate it well, like they do here, that flavor is just so rich and deep in the texture. I mean, you got meat, you got fat, you got collagen. Come give this a try. It's gonna make you a pork leg fan. One more duck meal. So this place is called Yellow Bridge Duck Noodles. So basically, I just made this big circle almost back to where my hotel is, about 15 minutes walk from my hotel. Let's grab one more bowl before we go back. Definitely getting my fill of duck today. I love duck noodles still, so I got the dry version. I I thought you get a side of soup with this. I guess you don't. I was hoping for some duck soup. Add some chilies. So inside these dry noodles, there's pieces of duck meat, duck skin, duck blood. I think what I'm tasting, the noodles, these are like level 10 buttery noodles. Kind of tastes like noodles are drenched in duck fat. It's super buttery, very garlicky. Added some chilies in here, duck blood. Usually I'm not into blood too much. That was quite tasty. So this place, you get to choose from different types of noodles. I got the Thai noodles. I think this was a really good choice. This thing is so springy. The texture is just fantastic. Just got a piece of that nice fatty duck skin in that bite. But duck meat itself is so smoky and delicious as well. I mean, I wish I got the broth version because I wanted some duck soup, but this is a really, really good bowl of duck noodles.